Because when you're doing a podcast, you don't have to enunciate. All you have to do is remove all consonants from what you're saying and just just a series of vowels.
Yeah.
Like Darius Rucker from Hoogoo and the Blowfish. It's kind of amazing that he's had a second life as a country singer, huh?
Yeah. I'm about it.
How about that, Hootie? Hey, guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts, the local chapter of your Hootie and the Blowfish fan club. Sponsor us, Darius Rucker. You guys don't even know it, but we had a whole technical issue during that music, and we sorted it, and now we're back to normal. We're awesome. Hey, did you know that I was going to say this the first go around, but did you know that the album Cracked Rear View by Hootie and the Blowfish is the number 8 selling album of all time in
That's
the history
surprising.
in the history of music?
Wow.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. I'm Brandon Birdwell. I'm one half of the Cold Hands, Warm Hearts podcasting duo.
And I'm Ashley Engle. I'm the other half. Hi, guys.
The Hootie to my Blowfish.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you're listening.
Oh, I was about to jump on you and be like, it's the afternoon, you fool.
I'm talking about the people.
It's the afternoon, you fool. But they could literally be listening on a morning on a Sunday.
Sure.
On a yacht
And I accounted for
in
that.
the Caribbean. It could be anywhere. In a sewer. In a sewer.
Sure.
In the DJ booth at a club in Nice.
Yeah, Munich.
At Sundance Film Festival. At a Juggalo concert with all the Insane Clown Posses. Scrolling TikTok on the toilet. They could be doing anything right now.
How we doing today? How you doing? I need to tell people what I'm looking at right now, and that is a freshly shorn Brandon. Brandon, as you guys have seen on the interwebs,
Those of you that follow us.
we're very active on the socials.
We are.
A couple of them. One of which is Instagram.
It's the one.
It's where we're most active. But Brandon has he's been growing his locks now for months.
I have.
His naturally curly locks.
They're a curly mess is what
I'm
they
jealous of it. Look at mine, broomstick head over here.
That's what I've been calling you
what I
behind
call
your
you.
back to people.
My hair is so straight.
Guys, I gotta go. We gotta cut the poker game short. I'm gonna go record a podcast with old broomstick head.
But Brandon's hair is naturally curly. I'm jealous of it. But anyway, today you got those locks chopped.
Got them chopped right off. It's
Looks
always
nice.
Thank you. It's always fun to go into
Barbershop.
to my stylist at
your
Sport
hairdresser.
Clips.
Yes.
And I check in online, and then I show up. Or when I get a text that says "batter up," your stylist will be ready in 5 minutes. And so I saunter in there in my crab hat. I was wearing my hat with a crab on it, and I walked in and I pulled it off my head as dramatically as I could to reveal a cascading mane of kinky curls. And I said, "Cut it off, all of it." And she looked at me as if to say, "Me?" And I said, "Yes, madam, you have drawn the long straw and get to take Death's sieve, his what does he have?
Sith.
Sickle, Sith,
Scythe? Sith.
scribe. What she did is she went through there like someone like a wheat thresher,
Yes.
just chopping and a whacking.
How long did it take? I would imagine it was a long haircut.
I'm still
today.
there. It took literally hours. No, you know what? I actually commented during the haircut how quickly this person did the job. So that means one of two things to me.
Okay.
She's either highly skilled
Sure.
or she did not care how this was going to turn out. She just wanted to get through it.
I'll say this. Your hair's a real home run.
How about that? Batter up.
Right.
Your stylist will be ready in 5 minutes. Can I tell you something about the, I don't know what they call it. They call it like the MVP treatment. I decline it as often as possible because when it happens, it's awkward. So there are 3 tiers
Okay.
of
service
at the sport clips.
Yeah.
You go in and you get a varsity, which is just the cut.
Okay.
You could get the varsity.
I would think that would be the JV.
Well, the JV is when I don't, you just dunk your head in a toilet and say, bye. No. So, because that's what happens. The JV swirly. Gimme it.
Swirly.
Get out of here, freshman. That's what they do is they dunk your head in the toilet and they say, get out of here, freshman. That'll be $13.
Yes. Could be the title of the podcast.
And you just walk out of there with a head wet with toilet water and just a little emptier wallet. So no, there's varsity.
Worth it.
Just the cut.
Sure.
Then they had like the varsity plus or something where you could get like a cut and a head wash, and they wash your head.
Sure.
It's like when you take a shower and you wash your head.
Sure.
Yeah. Is that not what you call it? So they do that, and they put a steamy hot towel on your face, and it's always too hot. And they always say,
it's always too hot.
And they always say, is that too hot? And you go, no, because you don't want to seem like you can't handle a hot towel.
Meanwhile, your face is blistered.
Right, because you know what happens to people who can't handle the hot towel? Toilet bowl, and then that'll be $13.
Also, they snap your picture when you're not looking and put you up on the wall in the back.
That's what happens. They're going to, oh, this guy's coming back.
Yeah, the wall of shame.
Yeah, that's right. So the highest tier
of
treatment at the sport clips
luxury
is called the MVP. And what they do is they cut, they wash, and then they escort you back to the seat where you got cut in the middle of the fluorescent lit place. And they pull out the biggest back massager you've ever seen and just hold it on your back.
I don't like this.
And you sit there while everyone looks at you.
Did you get that today?
No, because
you have before. Did you know what you were signing up for?
I did not. And I think that people who get it and are excited about it sit in the middle of the room all haughty, looking around at all the peasants not getting their backs massaged at the sports clips.
I wish you were an MVP.
But I looked around and saw everyone looking at me going,
ew,
what's this idiot doing?
And you vowed never again.
No. And anytime they say, you want the MVP? No, thank you. No, thank you.
I'll take the varsity.
Yeah, can I have the JV even instead of the MVP? I'll literally, you just hold my ankles and I'll dunk my own head in the toilet. It's fine.
You take my money.
Take my money, please. You know what? I'll keep my hair. Guys, I don't even need a haircut today. There's a pop next door to the GameStop.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Bye.
Bye. Oh, God, tryouts were really rough this year at the Sport Clips.
Oh, man. Well, your hair looks nice.
Thanks.
It's a nice change.
I feel like a real MVP.
I just thought I'd be remiss. It's kind of like when I got bangs.
It is.
I want the listeners to know what I'm looking at.
Except I did the opposite. Like you had a thing.
Sure.
I just did away with it.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah. Well, we're back at it. We're back to the grind after the holiday break. The kids are back in school. We're back to work, regular schedules. Today, our staff at the church.
She works at a church, guys.
I do.
She's a pastor and she works at a church.
I do, for our new listeners. But we had our annual strategic vision day, strategic planning day for the year. And we kind of mapped out the whole year. And I'll tell you what, we ate 2 meals together and planned out the year, and it was great.
Sounds great.
Feel like we have direction, we have vision. I'm excited for 2023.
That's great.
How's your mind platter? Is it healthy?
It's fine.
If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, last episode we talked about the Healthy Mind Platter by Dr. Dan Siegel. And there are 7 things we need for optimal brain health each day. What are you lacking in this week, B?
I'm trying to remember even what the hair time.
Swirlies.
Honestly, I do
Back
feel
massages.
I do not like the fact that I can't sit down. I have been keeping a hair tie on my wrist at all times so I can just pop it up in a little top knot.
No more sprout.
No more sprout. It was we'd outgrown sprout status. We were a pony nub. We were encroaching on ponytail territory, but not
really
quite.
were.
We were pony nub. Mm-hmm. I don't know what I'm lacking. I went on a nice long walk with Leo today.
Okay.
That was physical time, and I was silent the whole time and thought about.
You didn't listen to anything?
I was
Hootie and the Blowfish.
I listened to Hootie and the Blowfish, and I'm always silent when I listen to Hootie and the Blowfish because
why wouldn't you be?
I want to hear what Darius has to say.
Sure.
Because his lyrics, guys, when Darius Rucker said, "I'm such a baby here, the dolphins make me cry," that got me You know what I'm saying, guys? Sometimes you're crazy, make you wonder why. I'm such a baby here, the dolphins make me cry. But there's nothing I can do. I've been looking for a girl like you. Guys,
That's good.
when Darius, I'm not being hyperbolic and dramatic when I say when Darius Rucker touched my soul with those lyrics, I was forever changed. And I would go to the ends of the earth for that man.
He has those lyrics painted on his wall. There's not a consonant in sight.
There's not. It's literally, I just wrote a bunch of O's, E's, U's, and the occasional Y.
Yeah.
Because sometimes,
Why?
why?
That's right. He's a Valman.
He's the supreme Valman of his generation.
He really is.
The songbird of a generation, Darius Rucker.
So, what you been up to this week or weekend, B? How's it been going?
It's good. It's been just kind of getting in the flow of things.
Sure.
It is amazing what a couple of weeks of not getting my child ready for school in the morning
Man, it's rough.
has done to my mind bladder. This morning I was scrambling around like an absolute chicken with my head cut off, trying to make the kids grilled cheese because that's a weird thing that happens. I make every morning, I make my son a breakfast, the same breakfast every day because he's not a man of variety. And
He knows what he likes.
And then I prepare him a grilled cheese sandwich. Now that's for lunch. Now think about that for a second. I make a nice crispy grilled cheese sandwich and then I put it in a lunchbox. And so hours later, pulls out a soggy, chewy heap is what he pulls out. And he's great with it.
He loves it.
And we always do what he refers to as a sample bite, where I'm required to cut off a corner and
just to make sure.
include it with his breakfast.
Yeah.
And so these routines are things that I'm very used to.
Yes.
This morning, you would have thought it was the first time. You would have thought I was doing
Newbie dad.
shtick, trying to figure it out, trying to go back there and wash my head, trying to get him ready. Couldn't do any of it. It was the worst.
We've been doing the same thing. I feel like was that your dog?
It was.
Barking.
Yeah. Well.
I feel like I've been swimming through a pool of Jell-O the last 2 days.
Okay.
That's how I would describe it. Just waking the kids up because we got a little bit used to sleeping in. That's been tough.
Yeah.
This morning, Hopi, I went in her room and she was like, "Oh, I don't want to." And I was like, "I get it, baby girl.
Yeah.
Nor do I."
No.
But here we are. And I will say that today has been energizing. So I'm ready.
It's hard to not be energized when you have your vision meeting.
Yeah.
I have not had any vision meetings today.
Well,
I wasn't invited to any.
you should have invited your sports clip stylist to one.
Well, we had a good.
What do you see for my year?
We had a good chat. She and I did.
Yeah. About your mind platter?
No, it was more about my hair.
Platter.
My hair platter, which is significantly emptier now than it was before.
It is. Well, I have to tell you and the listeners about my last day before yesterday. What day is it?
Your last day before yesterday. It sounds like the sequel to The Day After Tomorrow with Jake Gyllenhaal.
I still don't know what day it is. Okay, we normally record Mondays. Today's Tuesday.
But not to you guys, we established earlier. It could be any day for you. It could be morning, it could be night. It could be the witching hour.
Maybe you're in Australia.
Could be the golden hour. You could be Guam. You could be France. You could be anyone. You can be anyone you want to be. You can be anyone you want to be. A vision meeting with 2023. You can be anyone you want to be.
So, okay.
That's the theme song for 2020.
I like it.
You can be anyone you want to be. You can be anyone in 2023. I don't care what your mom and dad say to you. You can be the bigger than you so do. Climb a mountain, swim the ocean, build a castle out of sand. Make yourself a mind platter. And the girls, boys, women's, and men's.
Did you say make a cell phone mind platter?
I don't know what I said.
Pretty sure that's what you said.
You can be anything.
Build a sandcastle. Build a cell phone mind platter in 2020.
I think I said build yourself a mind platter.
I like my version better. Guys, this is the energy we're bringing into the new year.
It's real.
Come with us.
It's real decent.
It's adequate.
It's the thing about our podcast is people either love it or they hate it. They think it's okay. And we fall somewhere on the spectrum. It's the truth about us. And the thing about us, guys, is here's the thing. When you come to us and we're talking mind platters, we're talking vision meetings, we want you guys to remember one thing and one thing only. You know what that thing is?
What?
You can be anything you want to be in 2023.
That might be the title of this episode.
Don't let your aunts and uncles bring you down. Remove the toxic energy from your mind platter. Build yourself up, don't tear yourself down. Be a hero, don't be a clown.
Now we've morphed into the Hey Dude theme song.
That's a big chunk of the episode that I just wasted on that.
Well, guys, thanks for joining us today.
Anyway.
Okay, so I guess now it was 3 days ago that I got home from this trip. So 3 boys, my middle son Asher, 2 of his pals, he's 11. Mm-hmm. A lot of info on the front end here. And then their 3 moms.
Okay.
And I'm one of them. What? 3 boys, 3 moms.
3 boys and 3 moms, one of whom is you. He's 11. It's Asher, and it's his buddies, and
it was a trip.
And we've got still. Hold on, Carrie. The 2, 3. That's who all was there.
Yeah. And so these 3 moms.
Sounds like a sitcom from the 80s.
We 3 moms.
That sounds like a Christian sitcom from the 80s.
You bet it was great.
Starring Kirk Cameron.
To 100%.
Playing all 3 parts.
As all 3 moms.
like Eddie Murphy and the Clumps. But it was Kirk Cameron.
In 3 different wigs.
God, could if I was an eccentric billionaire and I could finance a religious remake of the Clumps starring Kirk Cameron as all the characters.
No one would see it. Oh my gosh.
God, but just wouldn't that be so fun?
So we took the boys, the fellas, we took them to Great Wolf Lodge in Grapevine, Texas. Mm-hmm. And I had to work the first day, but the other 2 moms were gracious and took all 3 boys on the Heartland Flyer train.
Oh, okay.
From OKC to Fort Worth.
Yeah.
And then they got to playing in the water park, and I met them that evening.
I'm doing air quotes because I had to work that day means I needed to just send them on a train. Put them on a train. I'll meet you.
Bang.
I'll meet you under the giant water bucket at Great Wolf Lodge.
Under the big bucket.
But Mama needs a day.
A minute.
I'm working, which means Real Housewives, vino, cheese.
That sounds lovely.
This is what I want to be in 2023.
And that's exactly right.
You can watch the Housewives and send your kids on a train.
No.
You can go out for cigarettes and never come back again. You don't have to be a parent if you don't want to do it. Because it's your 2023, you're going to make it through it. Be what you want to be, guys.
Yeah. So basically what we're going to do at the end of this episode is edit together all the clips and then play it at the end of the episode. And that's the theme song.
Producer, get on that.
Please, will you do that?
Timestamp these.
Please do it. And just like how disjointed it's going to feel because you change keys and like change rhythms every bar.
It's experimental, you guys. It's called art.
It's called art.
It's called
Look it up.
Look it up in a book.
So do I feel like I deserve some kind of award?
Yes.
For sleeping?
Yes, we know you do.
For sleeping.
Spoiler alert.
For sleeping on an air mattress for 2 nights at an indoor water park. I'm not saying I deserve an award for that, but also
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations on
There
your
is your award.
that's what you get. You get a slide whistle, but you don't get the slide whistle because Miss D gifted this to me. Not you.
Sweet D, our sound effects sponsor. No, listen, I deserve an award for that. But it was such a fun time watching.
I love that started with I'm not saying I deserve an award and you punctuated it with I deserve an award.
I just deserve it, guys. I didn't sleep great for 2 whole nights. And how do you feel about a water park? How do you feel? Be honest.
It's more urine than I like to swim in.
It's at least 85%.
I'm not saying I don't like swimming in some urine. It's just more urine.
It's sterile.
Here's the thing about urine, guys.
Let's not dwell on urine.
That's the podcast episode. Oh my gosh. Let's not dwell on urine. Holy moly. That might be the most pee-pee thing that either of us has ever said on this podcast. And I'm not saying I deserve an award for how much pee-pee talk I do, but I deserve an award. Boop. Boop. Psst. No, listen. Here's the thing about a water park. I find that when I was a kid, I enjoyed one. Sure. I was cruising for pool honeys, eating a bomb pop, just letting it drip down. Didn't matter because I was getting in the wave pool just in a minute anyways.
Sticky mixing with your suntan lotion.
I was getting in the wave pool. I was climbing to the top of the slide and I was getting wedgies.
How scary is a wave pool though?
It's
terrifying in there.
It's listen, when an angry Poseidon wants to take you, as he does. You don't
get to decide when it's time.
Here's the thing I love is when I would climb to the top of I was called like the Acapulco death drop or something crazy, and you like would come off of it on the way down.
Yeah, you get air.
I would step up to the front of the line.
Yes.
After climbing, running, getting excited, climb, get to the very top, get to the front of the line.
I-40, cars whizzing 10 feet from you.
And there's a person up there.
Yeah.
The authority figure who knows everything that's going on, waving kids on, go ahead.
That kid's 16.
He's 16 years old. That kid is 16 years old, and he is shoving me down the Acapulco death drop. That kid is just counting. These days, that kid is just planning out his next TikTok. That kid is up there doing a TikTok while kids are going down the slide.
Listen, do you know who was one of those authority figures,
Who?
AKA lifeguards
Who?
in quotations? One of my besties, Becky. She was a lifeguard at Whitewater Bay.
She's a bad example, though, because she's
irresponsible.
She strikes me as a person who would have made sure kids didn't have, an actual Acapulco death drop. Yeah. Whereas a lot of those kids I see up there, they're practicing their whistle spinning around their finger.
They're very good at that.
They're up here just rubbing zinc on their nose.
Zinc oxide.
Zinc oxide. You got to protect. Listen, guys, it's a public service announcement.
PSA.
Put on sunscreen.
Sponsor us, big sunscreen.
Oh, gosh.
Sponsor us, Coppertone.
We are very V susceptible to sunburns.
V.
And here is why Great Wolf Lodge is not too bad.
And you know what? I did say that several times.
Indoors.
This is great. No sunscreen required. But I will say there is an added level
it's musty in there.
Ew.
It's musty.
When you're enclosed.
You know what it smells like when you walk into a Great Wolf Lodge? It smells...
Chlorine.
Sorta.
That burns the nostrils.
You know the smell of a Carl's Jr. entryway after they've mopped it?
Yes.
When it's the glass door and then the glass door. You know what I'm talking about? It just smells like a Carl's Jr. entryway. It's like it's a very distinct smell. It's like they went in there and mopped it with sour mop water.
Sucks.
And it's not able to dry because it's trapped in this stink vacuum that they've created. I just want to come in here and
sunroom.
Right. And it's everything I can do to keep my appetite for my double Western cheeseburger up when I have to walk through the stinkiest entryway in the history of humanity. I mean,
all of the listeners right now can close their eyes.
Oh, yeah.
And be right there in it.
Yeah.
And that's what it's like.
Yeah, there was an episode of Fear Factor where they tried to see how long a person could stand in the entryway of a Carl's Jr. Yeah. They did, and it's not true, but
nobody
it's the worst.
Survived it.
I love
They were all afraid.
Just by mentioning that smell, you are transported.
You're transported.
It's like there are a few smells in life that'll take you to a place. Grandma's apple pie. The perfume that your mother wore when you were a kid. Vicks Vapor Rub for when you were feeling sick, and she would rub it on your chest.
Bread.
Fresh baked soft sourdough. The entryway of a Carl's Jr. after it's been mopped with sour mop water.
Oh, what was that noise?
That was the embodiment of the smell of the entryway of a freshly mopped Carl's Jr.
Yeah. And I would substitute nothing. Sponsor us, Carl's Jr.
Please.
Nothing against them.
No, I love a Carl's Jr.
Any fast food establishment.
No, but
honestly.
it's just I just have a very distinct memory of the Carl's Jr. in Stillwater.
That's what it is for you.
I just feel like they needed to be changing the mop water more often.
Sure. Maybe so.
And maybe leave those doors open after you mop it.
Just let it breathe.
They're just baking the stink in there.
Right. But that is akin to the fragrance of an indoor water park.
Fragrance.
And another thing that's disconcerting is this, and I don't know if this is something new that they added because of COVID. It's very possible that it is. But there's a huge sign with like 4-inch letters as you're walking in. If you have an infectious disease,
go on.
Do not use like the feature. Do not use the park, essentially. And then right below that, and this is the only time you'll hear me use this word, guys, because I'm quoting directly. If you have diarrhea, do not use the water park. If you have to tell people that.
Hey, Great Wolf Lodge.
It sponsors Great Wolf Lodge.
Watch me.
That's what I'm saying.
Watch me wade into your wave pool. Watch me get in the lazy river with an infectious disease and diarrhea.
But truly. And
good luck tracing it back to the source once I swim off into the distance. Good luck.
I knew this was going to open up some doors.
You cannot put me on the Heartland Flyer to Diarrhea Town and expect that I'm not going to find my way here. You can't just, quote, work for a day while I'm in Diarrhea Town and not expect me to make a spectacle out of it.
Listen, guys, but really, how disconcerting is that? Especially with those people whose children are young and are going into the baby pool. It's like, hey, kids, have fun. Right. Don't open your mouth in the baby pool.
Well, and here's the thing.
Don't do it.
Let's be very, very real here.
Yeah.
When mama wants a rosé... she's not going to stick to the infectious disease and diarrhea honor system.
Well, and if you've already bought the tickets, there's no trip insurance for most of us.
Also, it's just, guys, listen.
Really, guys.
Once the diarrhea's in the pool, it's everyone's diarrhea. It's not little Madison's.
Listen.
It belongs to the people now. Redistribution of diarrhea.
Stop it.
True socialism.
I'm just saying, I need to know if this, I don't remember this sign from last time. If it were there, I would have remembered it.
It jumps out at you.
But it was very disconcerting. And so you have to, just sort of set that aside and wave your kids on through.
Yeah.
Have fun, guys. Don't open your mouth.
Right.
While you're here.
Try not to diarrhea in the pool.
Man, I'm telling you what, though, but it was a joy watching him have the time of his life with his friends. Such a gift. I'm so grateful to the mom, Robin.
Did they stand under the giant bucket?
Oh, multiple times. And
I feel like
yucking it up.
The sheer force of that water dump is pretty significant.
It'll knock you right down.
Knock you right down into the infectious disease water.
Yeah. Don't open your mouth under the big bucket.
I love that it's like there's some sort of liability that is alleviated by them being like, hey, now listen.
Yeah.
If you've got an infectious disease,
don't come in here.
Don't come in here. And then they go, we did it.
We tried.
We told them.
Tried our best.
We told them.
And we dumped a whole bunch of chlorine in here. Yeah. It's not working now.
And we didn't even change the mop water. We mopped the whole place.
I'm telling you.
Smells like a sour pickle in here.
Sour socks.
Pickled humans.
So while we're on this topic, and I knew this is where it would go, and I'll never say that word again on the pod, guys. Never.
I will.
I know.
Just because.
Enough for the both of us.
You just did what Great Wolf Lodge did. You just tried to absolve yourself. I knew this would happen, but I'm not going to do it again.
Never again. So don't hold your breath. Also, don't open your mouth in the baby pool.
Don't.
So I wanted to follow up about our discussion from the last episode. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this. But I do want to follow up because my bestie, Heather. Hi, Heather.
Hi, Heather.
We were talking last time about, New Year's Rockin' Eve in Times Square. And how if you go there to watch the ball drop, you're likely going to be standing there for upwards of 9 hours.
Yeah.
Which presents a problem. No public restrooms.
Yeah.
Not only is there a shortage of them in Times Square, but once you're in the viewing area, you can't leave.
Yeah.
And get your place back.
No
matter if someone's standing there.
No re-entry.
None. For security purposes, crowd control, all the things.
Sure.
So I talked to my bestie, Heather, who has been down there on New Year's Eve. She said, oh, yes, that's a thing that people do. And so Brandon surmised that people would wear diapers down there, Guess what, guys? We researched it. It's true.
Yeah. Thank you, producer, for last week.
Yeah.
Proving me right on multiple occasions when I was doubted. On Kate Winslet's breath holding, on New Year's Eve diapers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, we were all Googling all the things all this week. And so my friend Heather confirmed it. Also, she said, Charmin, we were thinking it was Pampers sponsoring things down there. Charmin built like portable restrooms down there. And
That's nice.
Well, it is. But listen to this. Okay. These were open from December 6th through December 24th. So not New Year's Eve. These are not your everyday ordinary bathrooms. There are 14 unforgettable and playful stalls designed to transport people to another place through immersive sights and sounds.
What?
One is Mount Everest themed. One is Under the Sea themed. So,
what?
Sponsor us, Charmin.
What is that? Why are they doing that?
Hundreds of 500,000 people down there through the holiday season.
Full sensory experience. One thing I've learned from Charmin is that bears love pooping. Bears love pooping, and they use toilet paper. And then
it's their mascot.
And if they use the wrong toilet paper, it gets stuck to their bear fur. But not
Charmin.
Charmin. Isn't it Charmin that are the bears?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well, I think so.
Producer, look
it up. Anyway, I just wanted to follow up with that Charmin did try to solve that problem. That article I read was from 2017, but I saw that they had repeated that.
It's the bears.
It's the bears. So
Thanks,
anyway,
producer.
Just not worth more of our time. Just wanted to.
I disagree. Listen, I don't want to hijack the pod. It's a thing I don't do, guys. I refuse to do it. I like this to be a give and take, and I like this. I honestly, guys, I make it a point that the talking time is 51% Ashley and 49% me every single episode. Yeah. And I just 5, 7, 12, 15 minutes on this, and I will be good. I want to talk more about bathrooms.
No, we don't need to. Because you know what I want to ask?
What?
How is your algorithm?
How's my algorithm?
How is it?
It's
how is it?
It's as wild as it's ever been. But guys,
it really is. You sent me some stuff this week.
I'll tell you about it in just a minute. But first and foremost, guys, I just want to reach out to you and I want to ask you a simple question. And I want to do it through the use of multimedia experience, just like those toilets.
Yeah.
Full experience. Hey, everybody out there. I know what you're thinking. And I just have one question. How's your algorithm? Here we go. How's your algorithm, guys?
Wow.
No, listen. How's
you still with us, guys? An auditory assault.
I know. Well, that's my new album title.
It's a good one, or a band name.
Whenever, I'll tell you something about that in a second that make me laugh. But yeah, I was making that as Ashley pulled up today. I was like, I'm going to make a How's Your Algorithm theme song. So that took all of 2.5 minutes, and it shows. I told you that Grady Spencer and I were messing around doing like electronic songs, sending them back and forth to each other. He set up a Dropbox for us the other day, and it's called Electronic Mediocrity. So,
so good.
So I think that's what it's called.
The title of my electronica album.
Not only is it the title, it is an apt description of what I've been sending. My algorithm is V-weird right now. And as you guys know, I'm a big time supporter of Jeremy Fragrance, the #1 fragrance icon on the internet, and also the fruit for thought guy who eats exotic fruits and gives life advice. Today, for the first time, and I'm going to shout her out because I have to get her name. I'm scrolling. Kalanta Coffee is literally, my algorithm has mashed Jeremy Fragrance and the fruit for thought guy together.
And they made a beautiful girl.
What she does is
she's lovely.
She just takes things and pours them into exotic fruits. And as she does them, she tells you what they are. And she says it like
pumpkin,
coconut milk,
coffee,
caramel. And then after she's done, she takes a sip and goes, perfect. And I watched 50 of those today. I could not help myself. I sent one to Michael Trepanier.
Oh.
And his response was,
Hi, Michael.
I keep watching them.
Yeah.
And hold on, I'm going to tell you exactly what he said because
I don't like watching it. It makes me very uncomfortable because she stares right into your soul when
She
she
really
says it.
does.
She never changes her facial expression.
his response was terrifying, truly. And I said, man, I have watched more of her videos than I care to admit this morning. And he said, I just watched a few more and the well of sadness just keeps getting darker.
But truly, it is if you took those two accounts and mashed them together, here's what you get.
And that just goes to show, guys, algorithm,
Yeah.
algorithm
Yeah.
heard me saying Jeremy Fragrance, Fruit for Thought, and they created her. That's an AI. Coffee, caramel, dragon fruit,
Pumpkin.
pumpkins, perfect.
I love it so much. So I'm still in the otter algorithm, solidly there.
Yeah, well,
I sent you multiple screenshots.
you did.
Of otter vids.
And I sent you that song of Teddy Swims singing.
It was great.
Isn't it great?
I listened to that more times than I care to admit. The kids and I had a dance party.
He's great. I love
Loved
his
it.
voice too. He's so great.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
A lot of control.
A lot of control.
Vocal control.
Yeah. Control.
So as we start the new year, I've got a few things that have been on.
Be anything you want to be in 2023. I don't care about 2020 and it's over and done with. I'm gonna get bronze, I'm gonna rise above, gonna fly a jet plane, gonna show some love, gonna make some friends, gonna understand and gonna love everybody each day.
You really changed up the melody.
America,
You got up there.
America.
And now we're patriotic.
Yeah, we are.
So some things that have been on my radar is genetically engineered meat. Have you seen all the stuff out there about this? I would think that you'd be interested since you're such a carnivore.
I'm aware of genetically engineered meat specifically for the purposes of the fact that that the meat supply at some point will run out. But I have not been digging into it per se.
Well, that's a thing we're going to be hearing about more this year, apparently, because there is a California-based company called Upside Foods that is producing meat cultivated from chicken cells, and it's been deemed safe for human consumption. How do you feel about it?
So has Taco Bell. Like
Sponsor us, Taco Bell.
Dude, do not, because
I will eat so many Mexican pizzas.
we've discussed that right on the pod, how I will always on the end just go, yeah, the Mexican pizza. And then I pull around because I can't help it. I will pull up to Taco Bell with a full intent of spending $5.
Yeah.
And I will drop 30.
Yeah.
And I will put on 20.
It's so delicious.
It's the best. No.
Sponsor us.
I feel like as a man of science,
It's weird, no? It's weird.
No, it's weird, no? Coffee. Chickens. Eggs.
Genetic meat.
Perfect.
No.
No.
It isn't.
Maybe perfect. Maybe not.
We will see.
Or we won't. No, to me, it's like, I'm of two minds about it because as a
Okay.
man of science,
Sure.
I feel like we have to embrace advances in science.
Yeah.
It just feels odd to me. It feels like I wouldn't,
Feels too sciencey,
yeah.
right?
As a man of science, it feels too sciencey.
Yeah, you should know,
Yeah.
if anyone. So another thing I've been thinking about, and Time Magazine helped me with this. Sponsors Time Magazine. They're aware of us.
I won't read it. I won't read Time magazine.
They talked about the upcoming movies for 2023, and I wanted to throw these out and just get your thoughts.
Yeah. We're on the movies in 2023.
So
Don't eat genetically engineered meat. Unless it's safe, but we won't
sponsor us,
know.
Upside Foods.
Yeah.
So
Man, weirdest. As they're trying to roll out these like genetic strides forward.
Chicken cutlets.
Unbelievable science going on there. You're like, you know who we need to help get the message out? Is this doofus and his sister.
from Oklahoma.
Dude, have you heard their 2023 song? This is the kind of thing that's going to push us to the forefront of the zeitgeist.
We hitch our wagon to this star.
And it's gonna really take us where we need to go. This is the year.
Their sales of chicken cutlets really spike in our region.
Man, I just love the idea of someone getting the wrong idea and thinking that we would be a good vehicle for anything. We've been knocking on every door we can.
We really have.
Gum? Carl's Jr.?
Time Magazine?
Time Magazine? Science-based food
Darius
company?
Rucker?
Man, if we could just get one of them. We're taking some big swings for the fences. This is the year for it.
It really is.
This is the year for it because you know what? Ever since COVID, we've been climbing back to the top of the mountain, and here we are. We've been on a ski lift to the peak, and I just want to ski down on the bottom of me.
Okay.
It's the year. It's the year.
We're going to get a sponsor this year, guys. It's on the vision board.
Man, we are not though.
We're not. So these are some of the movies, not all. This is by no means an exhaustive list of movies coming out in 2020. I just want to get your thoughts on some.
Okay, yeah.
We're going to go in order of month that these are releasing. Take notes, guys. As if any of us go to the movies anymore. Number 1, February 10th, Magic Mike's Last Dance. Do you think this is going to be the last dance?
I mean, I hope it is. I
haven't seen any of them anyway. So
Charming Tastems just keeps rolling them out, doesn't he?
He really does.
He just sure does. I don't know.
He's funny though. I prefer him more in comedies.
You like him more in a comedy than in a male stripper movie?
I've never seen any of them.
So don't speak on it because I'm here to tell you that the Magic Mike films are just that.
Quality.
Films.
That's it.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, he might not get an award for each individual one, but he's a lifetime achievement contender.
He really is.
Because that guy'll shake a tuchus.
He'll do
Have you seen the bod on that guy?
So the next one is Ant-Man and Wasp, Quantum Mania, February 17th.
I love Paul Rudd. I
love
love Paul Rudd, but I just I can't with them. I'm just the Marvel movies are just
there's so many.
It's too much.
Are they marvelous?
Okay.
The next one, Cocaine Bear, February 24th.
That's so far the one that I want to see the most.
Directed by Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah.
Based on a true story about a bear who ingests so much cocaine that he goes crazy.
I want there to be an Academy Award for Best Movie Title.
Is that it?
Cocaine Bear?
It's good.
How do you beat Cocaine Bear?
It's good.
It's right down the middle, but I mean, how do you beat it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
March 3rd, Creed 3.
Very excited about that because I love Scott Stapp and I need to see him on stage again.
You love the Rocky franchise.
Dude, I love a singer who won't pronounce his consonants.
You do.
Darius Rucker and Scott Stapp. I would love to see them in just in conversation with each other. Just mumbling. Just sounds
Only they could understand.
I want to watch Scott Stapp and Darius Rucker have a full-blown conversation, have a debate, a political debate while eating oatmeal at a Denny's.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to understand any of it.
No. But they will.
Yeah, well, it's because they speak vowel.
Their own secret language.
It's like twins.
Yeah.
It's like how twins can speak together.
It really is. Okay, next one, Scream 6, March 10th.
I'm boycotting that one because there's no Sidney Prescott.
Oh.
Because they would not pay Neve Campbell what she deserved.
Oh.
I say that.
I've only ever seen the first one, and I was terrified. I was in high school.
You only have seen Scream 1?
Yeah. Well, no, I've also seen the second one.
So you're a
1 and
liar
2.
then?
Yeah, they just... the only one I really remember is the first one, and boy, did it make an impression.
Enough.
But we've done 6 of them?
Enough to keep watching them.
So,
it's going to have Jenna Ortega in it from Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Producer just sent it over. I was going to boycott it because of the lack of Neve Campbell, but I just realized that Hayden Panettiere is in it, and so I'm back in.
I'm in.
Hayden Panettiere. Have you ever seen the Bring It On with Hayden Panettiere in it?
Which one is that?
I think it's Bring It On All or Nothing.
How many are there?
There's too many, but
I've only ever seen the first one, so no.
There is a scene.
Okay.
So what she does is she meets a she's a girl from the city. Sure. She meets a rough and tumble street tough who's into krumping. He's a krumper. And they think, how are we gonna rise up in competition and dominate the opponents? And then you know what it is? We're gonna take our regular cheer routine and we know what we're gonna drop in there?
Crump.
We're gonna drop some krumping in there. We're gonna drop some V-serious krumping, and there is a scene when they are both doing their will they won't they dance, and he's teaching her to krump.
Oh no.
And can I tell you that the single greatest thing I've ever seen is Hayden Panettiere Krumpin.
Sponsor us, Hayden Panettiere.
After this episode, we are watching it thrice.
Okay.
Because it's the worst thing I've ever seen.
That's the energy we're bringing to 2023. Major crump. So, okay, we're going to go through these quickly. I know you'll be excited about this. John Wick Chapter 4.
I could not be more excited about that.
I know. I will sleep through it March 24th. Super Mario Brothers movie April 7th for Benny.
Benny is more excited about that than anything that's ever happened.
I know. Live action Little Mermaid, May 26th. We're pretty pumped about that at our house.
I'm very excited about that.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
More Marvel.
June 2nd. Indiana Jones and Dial of Destiny, June 30th. I thought we were done with those. I mean, I'm glad we're not, but I thought we were done with them.
Hold, please. It's on mute. Producer just pulled up the krumping.
Oh my gosh. I'm watching it on mute as I'll
tell you why we're watching it on mute.
Oh, there she goes.
There
she goes.
Because I'm not paying royalties to bring it on.
Did she just punch that boy in the face, or was that an act?
No, it's an act. That's
part of the dance.
Krumping's aggressive.
I don't like this.
I'm
uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable on mute. Turn it off. Oh no. Body rolls out. I'm out.
Gonna do some krumping in 2023. Gonna do some krumping with you and me.
Okay. All right. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning.
Your lack of appreciation. Producer, listen.
I'm uncomfortable.
Thank you for pulling that up, because that was...
Thank you.
That was the first time he's ever pulled up like an actual video for us to watch and react to in real time.
What am I supposed to do? I was describing it to the listeners.
You really crumped the bed on that one. That could have been so good.
I'm sorry. It was making me uncomfortable.
Hey, new segment. Ashley ruins Brandon's favorite film clips.
I like it. We just have to get through this list, okay?
Okay.
Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, July 17th. But guess what? Part 1.
You know what? I can't not be excited about that after Top Gun Maverick. He's the man keeps them coming. I mean,
he's in the prime of his life.
He's the prime of his life. He keeps the hits on coming.
The Marvels, July 28th. The Hunger Games, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
I did not realize they were doing more Hunger Games.
I didn't either. November 17th. Wonka with Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
Where he's an eccentric teen. That's next Christmas.
I don't know how I feel about it.
I feel great.
I feel like they've milked that property for far too long. And I also do not like that Timothée Chalamet.
Timothée
Chalamet.
I like him.
I don't like that he's just coming behind picking up Johnny Depp's leftovers. He's being Edward Scissorhands. He's being Willy Wonka. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'm pointing aggressively in your face. This is how I point when I crump. So I do when I crump. I'm going to start a TikTok for krumping. TikTok Krumpin with Hayden Panettiere. Who's ready to get crumped on?
In 2023. Okay, real quick. We're doing a Legally Blonde 3 with Reese, written by Mindy Kaling.
Okay. Reese is back, so I'll allow it if Reese is back.
And I like Mindy. She's funny.
She's funny.
So anyway, those are some movies you guys need to keep your eyes out for in 2023. Accidental text. This one comes from you.
It does.
You got this one a while back. Hi, Sam. You said, I am. Why don't you read you?
Oh, okay.
Hi, Sam.
I am.
I'm Unity. Are you Samuel, 52 years old?
I do not like them.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got your number wrong. Hope you do not mind.
Sam, I am.
Anyway, thank you. I wish you a good day. I'm from Japan, currently living in San Francisco, California. Where are you from?
I will not eat them on a train.
And then no reply.
I was going to go through the whole book if they would let me.
I know you were. And Unity put a stop to it. Oh, no, not Unity. Who was this person's name? Yeah, Unity.
Yeah, we've texted a bunch of times since then.
And Samuel?
Yeah.
You were acting as Samuel?
No, I literally texted all of the places you'll go to Unity. I just wanted her to feel uplifted and excited about 2023.
I think that Unity does. So we have a Crindy Reviews. We
Unity in 2023.
So this is Crindy Reviews. Yeah, get ready, producer.
Well, he'll drop it in afterwards. Just do the review.
Okay. Crindy reviews the prize winner of Defiance, Ohio. This one gets 4 warm hearts and 0 cold hands. How have I missed this movie all these years? The initial release of the prize winner of Defiance, Ohio, starring Julianne Moore, Woody Harrelson, and Laura Dern. Can't say her last name without going Dern. Was released in 2005 and
Laura Dern. Going up so Laura Dern.
That's it.
Yeah.
And distributed by DreamWorks Pictures. You can watch it on Prime Video. It's a movie based on the book The Prize Winner of Defiance, Ohio, How My Mother Raised 10 Kids.
Based on the novel Push by Sapphire.
That's it. Subtitle, How My Mother Raised 10 Kids on 25 Words or Less. Written by Terry Ryan, who's the daughter of Evelyn Ryan, on whom the book is based. Evelyn Ryan, Julianne Moore, was a woman in the 1950s with a promising career in journalism who falls in love with and marries Kelly Ryan, Woody Harrelson, because she craves adventure in her life and what she sees as freedom. Sadly, she gets just the opposite as she finds herself the mother of 10 children and the wife of an abusive alcoholic who has his own dreams shattered in life and is a very bitter person. To make ends meet and to have a creative outlet, Evelyn begins entering advertising jingle contests which were popular in the 50s. She won everything from a freezer, toaster, bicycles to money, trips, and cars. She literally kept the family afloat, winning nationwide contests, beating out thousands of other contestants with her jingles. As her success grew, her husband's anger, resentment, and shame grew. He was a victim of the times he lived in when a woman knew her place, and it was in the kitchen. A woman wasn't...
Yeah.
Okay. A woman wasn't asked to even co-sign on a house or learn to drive, even if she was the main money earner in the home. Evelyn's sense of humor, strength, and spirit, and love for her children were delightful and inspiring to watch. This movie was just wonderful. As a period piece, too, with the clothing, cars, and furnishings. You will have all the feels in this one, especially when you get to see the real people and learn how their lives turned out at the very end. I love the sound of that. And she loved that. And I don't know how I've missed that either. That sounds just about like an amazing thing for me to watch.
Just about like one. Not quite. Listen, not quite like one, but just about like one.
I lost my
It's almost like one, but it's like adjacent to one. It's akin. That's the whole thing. I don't know if we've talked about it on the podcast, but I did post about it. My Spotify Wrapped for my music. Have we discussed this?
No.
About how all of the playlists that your music has been added to over the course of the year show up, and you get to see what playlist you've been added on, like indie alternative or like jams for a Saturday. People's names for them are amazing. It's just like coffee and bars, like
coffee and bars.
But like they have names for all of them.
Electronic mediocrity.
But this is not much better. Someone had added one of my songs to a playlist called Decent, but not good enough to add to liked songs. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar with how easy it is to like a song on Spotify versus how easy it is to make an ad to a playlist. It is way harder to make an ad to a playlist than it is to just click a heart button. But those people thought my song was just decent enough to not click the heart, but also add to a playlist with such an amazing title. And I hope they know that it brought me so much joy to see, because it was you can't be mad at it. No. You have to just laugh at it.
It's really
so
good.
Anytime I write a song now, I'm like, hope this is decent.
Yeah.
But maybe not good enough to be added to your liked songs.
Write a song about it.
2023 is the year that I'm gonna get added to a playlist. I'm gonna get added to a playlist.
Oh, gosh. What you been watching, reading, or listening to?
A lot of the same music, but I've been listening to, I like a podcast I listen to called Questlove Supreme.
Love him.
Questlove's podcast, and it's him in a room full of people that are incredibly knowledgeable about music, like way more than I could ever imagine being. Like they'll be like, "Hey, who played saxophone on this one song by this obscure artist on this one record?" And they know it. Like they know it from the liner notes. It's crazy.
Wow.
Anyway, guys, hey, it's they re-release them and they call them QLS classics. So I've been listening back through all the classic ones, and it's just eating up a lot of my listening time. So I've been doing a lot of that. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what we've been watching. Still a ton of The Simpsons, and I'm here for it.
Yeah,
I'm really enjoying it.
You're working your way through.
Yeah, we're covering some ground. It's great.
Well, you're going to have to. It's a lot of episodes. I finished Emily in Paris, which I learned that it's actually Emily in Paris. Emily en Paris. That's why her name's Emily.
Okay, well, I mean...
Anyway, it was meh.
You can say it like that if you want. Yeah. You won't sound pretentious.
Okay. It was just...
I need a speak pipe of Katie reviewing Emily in Paris.
Yeah.
In French.
Yes, Katie.
Yeah, do a French thing.
Dear friend Katie.
Dear French Katie.
I've been listening to a podcast, very uplifting, called Hillsong, a Mega Church Shattered, based on the documentary.
I've seen the documentary, but I haven't
Discovery
listened to
Plus.
Yeah.
Well, this goes even deeper.
Oh, cool. That's what I needed. When I watched that, I thought, I want this to go even deeper.
I want more of this.
This is sort of energy.
As someone in ministry, as someone in church leadership.
What? Hold on. No, guys, wait. Stop the tape. Producer, could you, for a second... You are in ministry?
Anyway, I just think it's important for those who are in ministry to be aware of these things and to check yourself before you wreck yourself, guys. This is a heavy responsibility, and many of us aren't doing it right. And it's a wake-up call.
Cannot wait for your upcoming message. Yeah. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, guys.
Church, comma,
And what you're going to do is you're going to go up on stage and you're going to go, guys, this has been weighing on my heart lately, and I just... You know what? Give me a beat.
And then I'll freestyle.
And then the congregation will give you a beat. And then you have to freestyle. And it's one of those things where you see on YouTube and like they think that they're doing a good job. And it's just like, oh, this is so gross. My name is Ashley and I'm here to say the Lord will save you in a major way. Okay. There it is. Okay.
Anyway, what's your warm heart, B?
I got to spend a lot of time with Benny last week because he was off school and we just some good hang time. So yeah, so how about that?
That's a gift.
Yeah.
Mine was definitely the trip with Asher, even though I slept for 2 nights on the floor of an indoor water park, guys.
And brought home an infectious disease and diarrhea.
No.
All right, guys.
I'm still waiting, but I think I'm in the clear.
Fingers crossed for your infectious disease. Hey, guys, thanks for listening to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. Please send to your friends, review, SpeakPipe, whatever. Sponsor us.
Let's grow it, guys, in 2023.
Hey, we'll talk soon, Darius Rucker.
Yeah.